LSU's record-setting quarterback Joe Burrow has been named one of 4 finalists for one of the most prestigious awards in college sports. The Heisman Trophy will be presented on Saturday night. The Trust announced on Monday that Burrow is joined as one of the finalists by Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields, Oklahoma quarterback Jalen Hurts, and Ohio State defensive end Chase Young. The winner of the 85th Heisman Trophy will be announced this Saturday, December 14th. Join me and Jacob Hester as we lead into that from 5 to 7 p.m. from Legends Bar in downtown Manhattan. LSU's Ed Orgeron was named SEC Coach of the Year by the Associated Press on Monday. Burrow was also named unanimously the SEC Offensive Player of the Year, becoming the first LSU Tiger to earn the league's Offensive Player since wide receiver Wendell Davis did it back in 1987. Cornerback Derek Stingley Jr. took home the league's Newcomer of the Year. LSU placed a total of 10 players in the AP All-SEC team first. First team had 4 players and 6 on the second team.
Yeah, so we'll look at those All-SEC teams. A lot of guys getting their just due. That's a lot of players. Still could have been more. Jacoby Stevens left off that list, despite being a 3-time SEC Defensive Player of the Week. Jordy, he played 12 games. 25% of the time, he was SEC Defensive Player of the Week, and he did not end up on the team? Either one? That's a bit odd.
Desmond Howard was talking about Joe Burrow as a finalist.
Our first finalist is LSU's quarterback, Joe Burrow. The senior leads the FBS with 48 touchdowns this season, which is the most in SEC history. And he also has the highest completion percentage in the nation. He can become the first quarterback from LSU to actually win the Heisman.
He will win the Heisman, Desmond. We'll all be there Saturday night taking it in. We'll talk to Jimmy Burrow about the invitation coming his way. At 8 a.m., we're also going to sing Happy Birthday that you need to capture on video, tagging Joe Burrow and Off the Bench in an hour. The LSU basketball team is now 7-2 in a 10-day semester break. LSU's next game will be December 18th against East Tennessee State University. Coach Will Wade was on his radio show last night talking about a player he needs back.
I think some of our issues can be solved by just getting Marlon back. Part of our issues are we're playing some guys way too many minutes, and so we're wearing down, which has added probably 3 or 4 extra turnovers to us a game. You know, we're missing some just simple plays because our guys are a little tired and fatigued. And the thing about Marlon that people forget is he can play the 3 and he can play the 4. And so, you know, we miss that big time. You know, he worked out today and he's practicing with us tomorrow morning. We're practicing in the morning because of exams, but he's going to practice with us tomorrow morning. And I watched film with him this afternoon, actually, before I came over here. And, you know, he's ready to go, and we need him.
Pelicans got beat last night on a buzzer beater by Derrick Rose as he had a 14-foot jumper in the lane with 0.3 seconds left. He scored 17 of his 21 in the fourth quarter as the Pelicans fell 105-103. They play at Milwaukee on Wednesday night. The Eagles came back in the second half last night to beat the Giants in Monday Night Football 23-17. And the New Orleans Saints will have a home date with the Indianapolis Colts on Monday Night Football next week. Coach Sean Payton.
Well, before we get to the Payton clip, coming up a bit later on the Saints, I do want to talk about playoff pictures. It's very complicated right now, but I have actually finally figured it out after working out with the homies on Twitter. So I'll tell you exactly what you should be cheering for over these final 3 weeks.
Brutal loss for the Saints over the weekend. Coach Sean Payton was just hoping to go pick up a steak at the neighborhood deli yesterday when the butcher started asking him questions about why he went for 2.
Yeah, I certainly understand the fans asking questions about. I got the guy at Rouse or at frickin' Whole Foods asking me about the 2-point play. I looked at him, guy from the meat section. I said, "Hey, your steaks don't look too good right now. Worry about your meat."
That was on WWL last night with the Cajun Cannon on the Sean Payton Show. He did update the status of Jared Cook, who started the game fantastic with 2 touchdown catches on that second score. He was knocked out of the game due to concussion protocol. Here's an update on the tight end.
I mean, he had two outstanding touchdown receptions last night. I don't know if he remembers them, but those were big plays for us early. And he's a guy that gives you not only a great range, but he also gives you good run after the catch. And we've seen that now. His first touchdown, you know, he kind of runs over the free safety, gets into the end zone. That was a third down play for us, a big third down play. in that first series. So he's been a great addition.
Yeah, Jared Cook, you hope that he bounces back fine from the concussion because he has really been emerging lately. And down the stretch, going to the playoffs, like every weapon needs to be clicking at full cylinder. So here's hoping that Cook bounces back.
Ole Miss served half-price beers as they introduced Lane Kiffin as their new head coach on Monday night in the Pavilion. Here's what Kiffin had to say to the packed audience.
We didn't come here to be good. All right, that's not why we're here today. We came here to be great. And this was not a, hey, we're going to take a job just to get back to the SEC. I did an interview just yesterday, and someone said, well, this place doesn't have tradition like the places you've been. I said, well, I know what tradition is. I remember this. I remember at Alabama coming down here playing this matchup, and in 3 years we only lost 2 games, and they were both to Ole Miss.
Oh, Lane.
6-6. 6-6. Let's do it.
Hell yeah! Honey toddy! Half-price beers. Grab me one, bro.
Yeah,
We got Lane Kiffin.
Shout out to
His
Kip
brother
Talk.
was on the staff that put us on probation. Yeah! Let's go.